So we go to chapter 21, getting started in business. A business, what really brings about a business, it starts with the mindset you have. My mindset, I need to start something. So the first thing that comes to your mind is you feeling out that there's something out there that you could offer in exchange for money. That is the mindset. You look into the market, you find out that there's a gap in the market, then you produce a product that meets that demand in the market. Does it make sense here or not?
Any person can think about like how to bring money.
Yes.
Just like how to offer something to bring for them.
Yes, that is how it started. So, as an individual, you figure out what is missing in the environment. You figure it out. That's the gap. There's a gap. This is a gap. So
something that is rare.
Yes.
No others can do it.
Probably. Something that others cannot do. The gap. There's a gap because someone is not doing it. That's why there's a gap. Do you get it? So you try to figure out what the gap is. And as soon as you understand what the gap is, you make a business out of it to make money. So it all starts with you figuring out that you could become an entrepreneur. So a business starts with the mindset of becoming what? An entrepreneur. A business starts when an individual decides to become what? An entrepreneur. And who is an entrepreneur? That individual who is taking that risk to set up a business. Do we get it?
Yes.
So getting started in business leads to an entrepreneur. That individual who is willing to take the risk to set up a business. Now that you are taking the risk to set up that business, you are faced with different decisions. You have to make different decisions. These decisions are something you have to sit down, sit back, and understand the cost and benefit of this decision. So whatever decision you want to make, you have to understand the cost and the benefit of that decision. Do you get the point I'm making here?
Yes.
So as an entrepreneur, you have made a decision to start up a business. Before starting the business, you will be faced with different challenges. Challenges, yeah. Hello? You'll be faced with different challenges. You have to make decisions. So what are those decisions you might be faced with? The first one, ownership structure of the business. I'm setting up this business. Do I want to take charge of the whole business, or I need someone to partner with me to take the business? Do I think about liability? Do I think about it becoming a public limited company or a private limited company? Do I think about it being a sole trader or partnership? You have to decide. This is the business. I want to start selling this. This is my business. What do I want to become of this? Do I want to be the only person selling this product? Do I need to involve other people? Do I have to sell shares to the public? You decide. That is ownership structure. So ownership structure is all about how you want to have the authority in the business. Do you want the authority to only come from you? That means you are a sole trader. Do you need other people to be involved? Partnership. Do you think about your friends and family to be part of the business? Private limited company. Do you think about selling your shares to the public? A public limited company. That is ownership structure. Do you understand the first decision you have to make?
Yes.
You decided to produce a product. Now, what kind of business do you want to run? A business that belongs to you all alone? A business that you want to involve some people? A business that you want to involve family and friends? A business that you want the public to be part of the shareholders? Ownership structure. Do you understand ownership structure?
Yeah.
That is the first decision. Then the next one, location. Location is talking about where you want the business to be situated. Now we want to have a business. Are we thinking about having the business in Gochar? Are we thinking about having it in Tripoli, in Misrata, in Benghazi, in America? Where?
So what if the business was like in online. Which
Online.
I gotta say, yeah.
It's still location. You choose that is e-commerce. E-commerce. It's still part of a decision that you have to make. Clear? That is location. Where do you want to sell the product? Where do you want to sell your service? It is part of the decision you have to make. Because you have to select, you have to make the right decision about your location. Location is also very important when it comes to business setting. Do you understand the second point? The third one, sources of finance. In the economic scale, as you said, finance is what? The lifeblood of an economy. Finance is also the lifeblood of any business, of every business.
Engine of the economy.
Yes. Without finance, we don't talk about business. So, now that you are setting up a business, how do you want to source for fund, cash, money, whatever you want to call it? This is important, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So, fund, cash,
No, it's the same.
yes, whatever you call it, it is important going forward with the business. So how do I want to get cash? How do I want to get money? How do I want to get fund? That is what sources of finance is about. The first decision is you becoming an entrepreneur. Now that you become an entrepreneur, the next thing is what kind of business do you want to run in terms of ownership? Is it a sole trader? Is it a partnership? Is it a private limited company? Is it a public limited company? It's a question that you have to answer. As soon as that is done, that might lead to the sources of finance. If it's a sole trader, it simply means you need your own money to put into the business.
Because you're working alone.
I will please stop that again, please.
Mr. Everything I do.
Sit down, it's distracting. I'm with you, please.
Like, sole trader is when you're working alone, so?
When you have the business alone, you
Yeah.
make decisions, not working. Work is different.
Yeah. But
You own the business.
and the only one that owns the business.
Yes.
This is sole trader. What about more than one?
More than one does not really mean partnership. It depends on the kind of business. A sole trader is an individual who set up the business, run the business all alone.
Yeah.
Partnership involves 2 to 20 people.
Okay.
Private limited company could also be 2 to 20 people. But it becomes a private limited company because you are now thinking about selling shares amongst friends and family. Do you get it? So, what I'm trying to say in essence is this. The kind of finance you want to source for, will determine through what? The kind of ownership structure your business has. If your business is a sole trader, if you are a sole trader, it simply means you can only put your money into the business because all the profit belongs to you. If you want to involve people, maybe that becomes partnership. That means individuals will contribute towards the business partnership. Both partnership and sole trader are seen as what? Unlimited liability. So it also depends on the kind of liability you want. So if whatever happens to my business, I do not want it to affect me, then I have to think about a public limited company or a private limited company. If I'm not afraid, if I'm not scared of whatever could happen to my business, then I could become a sole trader or partnership. Because both sole trader and partnership, they have unlimited liability. What does unlimited liability mean? It simply means that whatever happens to the business happens to the owners of the business. Are you with me, please? Your ownership structure is also part of what will get you here. So how do you want the business to be run? A sole trader business, it's all your business. Whatever happens to the business, it's on you. Partnership business is on the business, and whatever happens to the business affects the partners. A private limited company, whatever happens to the business is separated from the owners of the business. Because the business is being treated as a separate entity. So if you are thinking about putting your money into a business and you do not want the events or the happenings of the business to affect your personal wealth, then you don't think about sole trader or partnership. Is it making sense, please? Ownership structure could be sole trader, partnership, private limited company, public limited company. Sole trader and partnership, they are unlimited liability. What does that mean? It means you cannot separate the business from the owners. They are attached together. Private limited company, public limited company, they are limited liability, which simply means that the business will be treated as a separate entity from the owners. Do we get it? The sources of finance were also determined by this. So if you want to source for your finance all alone, that means you have full ownership and control of your business. Sole trader. If you think about inviting others to be part of the business, it simply means you have to share the profits. Partnership. If you want to involve friends and family who doesn't want to lose their assets, you have to think about a private limited company. And if you are thinking about involving the whole public to the business, you think about what? A public limited company. Is it clear? Is it clear, please? So that's the source of finance. How do you want to get your money from? Where do you want to get your money from? Your own savings, selling of shares, contribution from friends, contribution from family, contribution from partners. That is source of finance. Is it clear? And the last one is production
Maybe it's
method.
the subsidy, not source of finance.
What?
Subsidy.
How does subsidy comes into business here?
Government funding you, funding the business.
That is not subsidy. When government fund, call it grants.
Grant. Grant.
Are you with me, please? So, for production method, what kind of method do you want to use? We have capital intensive or labor intensive. It is capital intensive when you use more of equipment, more of machines than people. It doesn't mean that you're not using people too.
You're using more.
You're using more. It is labor intensive because you use more of people than equipment or machines. Any question about this? So these are the first thing you put in your mind when you're starting a business. You become an entrepreneur, and as soon as you become an entrepreneur, you make decisions about location, you make decisions about the ownership structure, you make decisions about the sources of finance, you make decisions about the production method. What kind of method do you want to use? Any question about that?